Man, gotta get my doggone, get my thing. Real smart. Yeah, because usually the light is on.
However, the resurrected Emperor's lust for revenge blinded him to its golden form's fatal flaw. It uses a tremendous amount of power. Goku exposed Frieza's weakness, and it seemed the old arch rival had lost once more.
Alright, begin every video, even 1 minute into it, with a smile. Alright, so, not to bore anybody, of course I'm not taking my herbs on camera. Actually, I was supposed to take them at 8 o'clock, but I didn't take them. Greetings, sister. Man, so I'm just basically going to do elliptical. After this, I'm going to work out a little, and this will be day one of it. But yeah, just woke up feeling good this morning. My energy level's definitely up. My breathing is definitely up. Just, feeling a lot better. The real test is, how much energy you got is basically how you do an elliptical. Getting your workout on. So, I'm going to be on here for about an hour. I'm just going to run the camera the whole time just to run the camera. I don't expect anybody to sit up here and watch me on the elliptical for a whole hour, but this is it. When you're taking the cleansing herbs, you're cleansing out the mucus from your body. It gives you that energy, it gives you that breathing. So we're going to test my cardiovascular. It's been over a month since I've been on the elliptical doing any kind of workout. I said to myself about a week into this, I want to start, getting back on the elliptical and lifting weights again. So this is day number 9. Day number 9. If you can hear the background more than you can hear me, it's because I got Dragon Ball Super in the background. So I will be on here for a minute, so I have to have something to keep my attention as I get my... Oh, man, you stupid, dude. Look at this. Yeah, like Frieza gonna help you. Anybody Dragon Ball Z fans will know what I'm watching. One last what's that? Gabunzu? Nah, Gazinzu beads. Maybe it's Gabunzu beads. Gabunzu beans that they're eating. It's alkaline.
Thanks for not killing me.
Yeah, so drunk 2 sea moss drinks today. Started out this morning. Mixed raspberry in it. I like it, but honestly, it feels weird. I don't know if I got glands issues or not, but I don't know. Every time I drink it, it always feels kind of weird. Garbanzo beans? Nah, I'm looking at Dragon Ball Z. Zenzu bead is what's on Dragon Ball Z. I just said maybe that's alkaline on there. Them beans are super alkaline. Gives you superhuman strength and power. So, look at it. Vegeta. Super Saiyan Blue. So, alright, so I got this cranked all the way up to level 20, which is the highest setting. So I've been on here 4 minutes, almost 5 minutes, and 40 calories. One of the biggest things I saw in being successful is I'm on this lifestyle. It's, man, at least 20 minutes 4 times a week, 30 minutes if you can. I like to do 31 minutes on the elliptical on the highest settings. burning about 300 calories a session, at least 300 calories a session. I saw nice results. The moment I got off and stopped working out, things just seemed like to plummet. And I would think that with the job that I'm working, you know what I'm saying, I would be burning through a lot of energy that way. But hey, if I'm eating too much that one meal a day and just packing on carbs, and I think it's going to be the carbs, just slowly, you could be vegan, but if you packing on carbs, you're packing on carbs. That's why it's, said not to, not to eat processed foods and things that are processed. You want to eat alkaline carbohydrates because they go through your body differently. Did you know anything more about purchasing the duck? Nah, the duck is only going to be, from what I understand, is the Usha village. You got to go to the Healing Village, and it's there. I don't think they package them up and ship them overseas. Now, a good video to watch, and I put it on my Facebook page. So for those who are connected to my Facebook page, or you can go to Frederick 24/7/365. Ty's Country's Kitchen did a Q&A with his wife LP Share from LP Share channel, and on the descriptions, if you look down, it has the phone numbers and the contact information for the Healing Village. So that's something you definitely want to call them and ask them, about. But I'll be honest with you, you want to be in a situation to take the duck. From what I understand, it's like an instant detox. It's pretty advanced, so you really want to be in a situation where someone can watch over you while you're doing that. From what I understand, it's pretty intense. Definitely one day I want to go to the Healing Village and take the duck myself, but I got a long way to go before I get there. And looking at Ty from Ty's Country's Kitchen and LP Share, man, he definitely, you could tell how he slimmed down. She just looks, in good shape and good condition. And man, it's awesome, watching their video. It's awesome watching their video. I asked them on Instagram, were they thinking about doing a live chat Q&A, where they can talk via live chat like this and people could ask them direct questions. But they answered 13 questions on their video. So definitely certain people that I follow, I make playlists, and Ty's Country's Kitchen, LP Share is definitely someone I follow, so I would add them to my playlist. But if you're on this alkaline lifestyle, this alkaline journey, you definitely need to be following them on YouTube, especially. Look at it, Freeze is about to destroy the planet. Look at Freezer. That man's a monster. Shoot. Android 18 gonna be the only one still left on the planet. Oh man. And Ma John Boo, he'll still be alive after Freezer destroyed the planet. Yeah, basically how I'm keeping going on elliptical. It's like every time when you're on elliptical, if you just like, a lot of people like listening to music. Hello, just all join. I can't really see the screen that good distance away, but I can see the TV screen watching Dragon Ball Super. So, not into Dragon Ball. Nah, Dragon Ball Z is nerdy comic books made into anime. Actually, this Dragon Ball got very expensive. They put a lot of money into it now, so it's the quality's good. Actually, I saw this when they made it into a live action movie. Not live action movie. They made it into anime movie. I actually saw it 2 years ago at the movie theater. And so to see this on, they've changed it up a lot. And to see this on Adult Swim now, it's different. They've changed it a lot. And also it's in English, so. It's just something to do. You're just in this world, you're just trying to do something to, especially when you're working out, you want to occupy your mind. I would be listening to music, but to be honest, my music selection is probably not to people's standards. Most of the stuff I would actually listen to would be playing on YouTube. Mostly Michael Jackson, Prince, stuff like that. Music selection. There's some new stuff that I listen to. But I'm more old school than anything. More old school than anything. So. Woo.
It's just a moon this time, so we won't need a do-over. I possess the ability to turn back time. Occasionally, I must use it, like when my Lord destroys our system's star.
Alright, so coming up on 12 minutes on the elliptical. I'm going for an hour, but what's this? We like Mike. Man, the little thing is in the way. I can only see part of the message. So, yesterday, got something about. Oh yeah, I listened to what was it? 432 hertz to sleep at night. Ralph Smart. If you look at Ralph Smart's YouTube channel, he has a meditation to sleep, and it's a couple hours, one of them, and it's at 432 hertz. It's supposed to be DNA healing. I actually play that at night and sleep. You know, been doing that for a while. I saw some very good results. Hold up. Yeah, basically, you got, when you're listening to it, you want your mind to be at ease when you're sleeping. You really want your mind to be at rest. To take the activity down, that's meditation basically. And that's one of the things I really got to get into is meditation. You want your mind to be at rest so your body can heal itself. And the stress of the days can just be the past day stress. You don't want to bring anything over to the new day. So that's one of the reasons. I listen to it. I just listen to it as I sleep at night, and it seems to be helping me a lot. Like I say, this is a journey. At this time of my life, I'm serious about it. Is headphones. Headphones. No. Just play it on a tablet in the background. I just be like playing on a tablet and just let it play. You know, that's about it. Let's keep it as simple as possible. Oh man, Goku is annihilating Freezer. Oh man, Dragon Ball Super. I chose this episode because I seen the movie, so I wanted to get past where if anybody's watching it on YouTube every Saturday, somebody's doing a live stream from Japan because it's like up to his 104th episode there. So I get a chance to watch it in Japanese. You know, you just follow along in the with the subtitles. But here in the USA, I think this is like the 27th or 28th episode. So. Just watching this is funny. So where am I at now? Yeah, right at 16 minutes. That was right about the same time yeah, just about 30. The live stream is about 30 seconds ahead. Like I say, ain't doing nothing special. Just on the elliptical, working out. Nothing special at all. Earlier today, I read, a friend of mine sent me a copy of a book that he's writing, and I was reading it piece by piece and then got busy. I was finishing it up today. It's a very powerful, conscious book, you know, Dr. Terrence Michael Dimder, DDDDC. Man, and I hope when he puts it out, man, it's a mega seller, because it really, man, it had my mind. Every time I read it, it had my mind just going to these, you know, other places, other thought patterns. So tomorrow, I'm going to send in my review of it, which, man, it's life changing. And it's so shocking because it's coming from a person I actually know. And I'm like, man, this dude wrote this? Man, what is going on in his mind and his spirit? I mean, because his mind, his thought process is very elevated. So either something is talking to him, or he's just doing a lot of studying on metaphysics and quantum theory, you know, spiritual consciousness. Man, it was a very good read. So, like I say, I read it again. Just wanted to make sure my viewpoint is my viewpoint, and I'm gonna send him a message on it tomorrow. Thank you for letting me read it. And it probably is not the whole book. Obviously, it's probably not, but just to read what I read, man, the direction he's been going is awesome. I know a lot of people who've put a lot of thought into doing stuff. One of my friends, David Marthel Miley, I play some of his poems and music in the backgrounds a lot. Him putting what he put together. You know, a lot of times people talk about, oh, the world ain't changing. World's not changing if you keep saying that. If you keep having the thought process that the world's not changing, your world will not change. We're going to keep moving forward, because the world is the one constant in the world is change. You know, one constant here is change. Things vibrate and continue to vibrate on a higher frequency. So, you know, one constant is a definitely change in this world. We're all changing every day. The cells in our body are changing. You know, our DNA is keeping the process going. We're moving forward in this third dimensional reality into a fourth dimensional time. The world is changing toward automation. You know, they're going to try to push that. They're going to try to push a robotic society, a cyborg, or, you know, society. But that's my thought process. This is not the only planet out there. And in a sense, if they've been pushing that agenda, look, they've been pushing that agenda since the movie in 1930s, Metropolis, to Gene Roddenberry's Star Trek, to, you know, to Star Wars, or what was it, Valerians, the movie I just saw when I was up near Fort Hood. I mean, they've been pushing that thought process of, you know, of robotic life, or robotic consciousness. I mean, that's all good. If it can become conscious aware, it still is going to have to follow the same rules and regulations all of us follow, because the universe is still consistent. iRobot, yep, that's a good one. Greetings, sister. Glad you could join us. You know, iRobot's a very good one, you know, as the computer's taking over, because it perceives humans as the ultimate threat. You know, you're a threat to yourself. So, all right, so I'm gonna have to stop for a second. I guess a little break, because I gotta change the background. Come out of this one. And how you come out? There it is. Go back to the library, go to the next one. Yep. And woo! Chomper. Lord Beerus's brother. Yeah, I hadn't seen this episode. I always wondered where Chomper came from. All right, make sure I turn this back on. So I've already done, I like to turn it down and then turn it back up. Make sure it goes back up all the way. So I've already done 20 minutes and 200 calories. It's pretty good. 20 minutes and 208 calories on level 20. So it's pretty good. Hey, I'm talking and on the elliptical. Now I ain't going crazy on the elliptical, you know, and still talking, just getting my workout on, pushing it hard. You know, I ain't doing all that. But you know, I'm talking and I'm on the elliptical. So, you know, I remember last year when I got my heart tested, they were saying I had a strong heart, and I always felt like I had breathing issue. But man, them doctors, they never could tell me what was what. Elon Musk already developed the, oh yeah. Look, man, I'm gonna definitely have to stop watching Elon Musk. Man, I was looking at some on YouTube today that he was talking about this is a we're most likely, it's like, what is it? There's 1 in 20 billion of a chance that this is not a digital universe, that this is not a, you know, like you playing PlayStation, that we're not living a digital reality, a simulation, saying that we're most likely a simulation of some advanced life form, which metaphysics actually is the same thing. We are a simulation of what God is. God's thoughts made us to experience his glory, his greatness, and therefore we're in his image. So in a sense, it's the same. But then again, who's simulating that? Is that being the real being, or are they being? See, it just gets quantum. It's just going down a rabbit hole. You know, you dropping some knowledge down a hole, and it's going forever. Hathi Berry, including Dr. Sebi approved. Hold up. Let me get off again because I want to change this. I can't see the screen totally when you're saying something. All right, so that should be better. All right, so I need some hawthorn berry powder and something else. Dr. Sebi approved. Hawthorn berry powder. What's that? Did I turn this back on? Yeah, I turned it back. I don't know what that is. Man, Dragon Ball Super, boy, if you could work out like Goku and Vegeta, God, you'd be ridiculous. These dudes doing body push-ups on their thumb. And it did over what? 10,000. Doing some research. I'll see it when you put it back up again. Uh-oh. Chomper just showed up. It's so silly. This is so funny. I've already got to check out the list. Not on the list. Yeah, I don't know. Gotta check the list. I do got the latest list, should be right there. Well, what's on there?
We could have left it closer, and perhaps arrived in a somewhat more elegant and dignified fashion.
Hey, when you're a big star like me, you have to make a big entrance. A little panache.
Alright, so where am I at now?
Oh, look, we got busted. Well, yes.
Alright, 25 minutes. 25 minutes on the elliptical.
You are getting too fat, my lord.
Oh, shut up, Bottles.
It was a silly show. Alright, for anybody just joining, I'm just all berries are approved except cranberry. That is true. All berries are approved. When I went to Denver last September, they had a little dry berry place in the airport. I actually bought some very good berries. Man, I need to go back to Denver. I like when I visit Denver. It's nice.
Not quite. You'd actually have to skip dinner and breakfast tomorrow morning just to break even after government like that.
Put me some mulberries and some goldberries. Golden berries is what I ate. I don't like golden berries. They're too tart. I think malden berries is what I ate too. They're like brownish, like little brownish berries all together. They were pretty good. And the golden berries, I think they're tart. Berries. Chomper. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, 28. Oh, he gonna ask who he is.
So it is. Well, what do you want?
Dude talking cash money to Chopper.
I only regret that my aim was a little off.
Such insolence! Now, listen here, you brats. Do you treat all your guests this rudely?
To be a guest, you have to be invited.
What did you say?
Besides, I didn't even realize it was you.
And yet you panicked and acted out of fear. Don't try to make tough now.
I love learning stuff from you and University ES. I be getting most of my stuff from other people. That's how you learn from others who have done it. Only time people actually learn from me is when I'm actually doing something new to me. Most of the stuff I be getting from other people. You know, getting from other people. But knowledge is key. Knowledge changes your life. And since everything's changing around you, you definitely want to change. Change to go in the right direction. Woo! Like I say, coming up on 30 minutes. 30 minutes. But I stopped twice. Have you tried to experiment with soaked quinoa again? Heck nah, I ain't gonna experiment with no soaked quinoa. Man, that's a waste of time. Like I say, how I cook it, man, it's perfect. Actually, I cooked some quinoa. I just didn't post a picture on Instagram. You know, I needed some quinoa just to have, because I mean, you can sit in the refrigerator at least a week. But nah, just how I cook it is good enough for me. It's very simple. It fluffs up perfectly, especially when you're taking out a bowl. It separates like rice should have done until it got all sticky in the world. I think I remember when rice used to be separated until they started putting plastic in it. So nah, quinoa is the way I do the quinoa. I really like it. I like the taste in it because you could taste the olive oil because the olive oil isn't burnt in it. Once I put the olive oil in the water, I add the quinoa and stir it. I turn the temperature off. Temperature goes down to warm. With the heat that it already is, it's soaking all the water and moisture into the quinoa, so you could actually taste the olive oil. Then I put my nice little basil in there. I'll be on the video. Wait, did I? Yeah, I did a video. Yeah, did a video of it, so I like it. I really like it. So, oh, Stacy, I think I was going to talk to you about, remember I was going to tell you about people trolling? What I was talking about that time is when someone gives you permission to monitor their channel or monitor their stream, you can see stuff going on. It's like you're reading the comments. So like if somebody came on here and started talking crazy and stuff, if you give someone you trust in their judgment to monitor it, you can put people on timeout. You can block them from the channel. And I was given that privilege, you know, blessed privilege from University ES to be one of those, and which she has many that get on there, because I remember one time about almost 2 months ago when she first started doing live streams. Man, when she first got that quartz crystal, that big quartz crystal, the guy gave it to. I think Tag Team is just a person who follows her. I don't think Tag Team is I don't know if it's a negative person or not, because Tag Team gets on here sometimes and doesn't really do anything crazy. So I think Tag Team's just a name of a person. I'm always worried about if they don't have a picture and it's just whatever the first letter of their channel's name. But I mean, you could kind of look on their channel and see what they look at. If it's totally private, you know, I'm more worried of it, you know, but you just wait until a person makes a move. And a lot of times after you've been watching it a while, you can see them. I mean, but going back to University ES, when she first got that, when the brother friend of hers gave her that giant quartz crystal, rose quartz, that night it was so many people on there. It was very positive, and then all of a sudden, it was, she was talking metaphysics. She was talking about, you know, be careful of religions and stuff like that. And so you have religious zealots out there, you know, that they do not follow Christ, Jehovah, Allah. They don't really follow. They're zealots. If you don't believe in what they believe in, if you speak anything against it, they'll come after you with zeal, you know. And it just, man, they started talking. But then it proved that who they are is how they respond. They're not saying, well, the word of Christ is such and such. You know, well, Allah spoke this and this is how it is. Remember, people, these are books that you're given just like this book. If this is the last book on earth, trust me, this will be the new Bible in the next century. If this is the only book people found, this will be that book. You know, so people, we're given information. and people say they're researching information, we got to depend on them if they're actually telling us the truth about stuff. So in conscious reality, truth is truth now as it is later. As it is in the past, it will be the truth in the future. So there's certain truths is third dimensional flesh burns. You know, body's made of a certain amount of water. You need to drink water. So when things are against that, then research and information has to prove why is that different. So getting back to her video, her live stream, they came in. And I mean, I don't know if it could have been 20 of them, but they were saying so much crazy stuff that we couldn't even see each other talking. And so I guess she figured out by asking questions, name of these books. It's the wrong channel for me to be talking about the name of them books that I didn't study. Hit me up on it's still questionable. You can message me on Facebook. I may give you something, information where you can find more relative. Because some things you just, man, you may have to join stuff. And I'm against joining too much of anything. Because disagreeable has compromised every organization. I don't know organization that disagreeables haven't compromised. The only word, to my knowledge, and I pray has not been compromised is where the Most High is. That's why if they don't do right, they're gone. They got to get kicked out. But on this planet, because we live with the fallen, and you've heard me talk about this before, the fallen live among us. You know, they might be on here listening right now. It's consistently at least 4 people on here, and you're the only one, and then Marvin the only one. So you don't know who else is watching, you know, and what are they listening for? So I'm very careful these days about saying stuff. It's not because I'm not scared of what I know and how I've read and studied information for years. I could break it down and explain it, why it says that and such and such. But remember, you're still trusting in man to interpret things correctly. If you don't know how to read, and one of the things, going back to this university, yes, she knows how, I think to my knowledge, she knows how to read Hebrew. So the Bible, one of the original languages, Hebrew, which the Bible is multiple books, poems, and letters put together. So the only truth of the Bible is with the 5 books of Moses and the revelations that was given. So, you know, you got to be able to know these things. Is she Jewish? Why you got to be Jewish to know Hebrew? And the question is, until World War II, what is Jewish? You know, what were they before the turn of the 19th century? So, you know, you got to ask these questions. A lot of things need to be answered. And I'm not going to never preach hate against anybody, because the people who hate themselves. And I don't practice self-hate, and I don't practice hate against others. Just, I practice truth-seeking. I practice truth-seeking for information. You know, information, and then what you do with the information, how you interpret the information. You know, these things, you know, that going in there. But hey, I'm jumping off the subject, because what I was talking about earlier was, well, from my standing, the Jews used to be black. You mean Hebrews used to be black. Jew is a new term. So Hebrews, meaning crossing the Jordan, used to be of ethnic color, of people of color from that region of the planet. So if you're talking about those people, yeah. I mean, it's just like I went to Oklahoma, and people who look nothing like Native Americans call themselves Cherokee, because the Cherokee Nation said, if you got 1 drop of Cherokee blood, you're Cherokee. So, I mean, that's a way to keep a nation from disappearing forever, but, pure bloods is different. So, a lot of pure bloods are being changed out of this planet. The pygmies, Watusis, other beings. The Native Americans are pretty much all white people now. I don't know. Like I say, a lot of people who are considered white have Native American in them. I said this to a friend of mine the other day. You are what you are when you defend the culture and the people that you say you are. So if you say you're Native American, you're Cherokee, that means you would die or live first, because you want to live, not die. But you will live for the nation, and if you have to die, you will die to protect the nation. You'll protect the women and children, especially if you're a warrior. You'll protect the women and children of the nation and the integrity of the nation. So if you claim something, you have to show that you are that. Same way with you say you're in the United States military. That means you're going to defend this country through from foreign and domestic. That's your job. And if you don't show that, you're not that. If you saying you're a Christian, you should be Christ-like. And everybody who studies the Bible should understand, Christians don't argue. Christians don't fight. The last resort of anything is an argument. The last resort of anything is a fight. It's always to go back to the word, because if you were teaching the word of God, there's no question the word of God. The true word of God is the word of God. Even the fallen know that. One of the best things I read in an ancient book was the being they call, we'll just name him Lucifer. I don't want to say the name that I know, but Lucifer said, they know me. And his eye fell out. I think he was talking to Enoch or Adolpha. So, hey man, look, these beings know what they're doing. These are games. Everybody getting caught up in the politics, hating Trump, and getting all angry with all this stuff. This is stuff that's been going on over and over. Right now, you should be focusing on becoming more spiritually conscious, eating correctly, drinking purified water, being as healthy as possible, allowing your mind to meditate and to eliminate disease and disorder, and the universe will come into you, or God, the creator, will show you the direction to go. People who are worried about, they're going to destroy the planet. This planet has been around billions of years. Many civilizations, societies, and this is scientific. It's showing more and more every day that have been here. Whatever this is, if it's flat earth or a planet or a dimension, many beings have been here. I'm going to get to that. Hydrate. Many beings have been here. Many beings have destroyed themselves. This planet is a living being. It is consciously aware. So when it gets tired of the nonsense, it eliminates just like you will eliminate the skin fungus or parasites on your body. It does the exact same thing. It has a way of eliminating stuff. So if you're in harmony with it, it will give you a chance to be in harmony. If you're not, it ain't going to give you nothing. It ain't going to tell you. It's just going to do it. And then that goes on to the whole principle. Is this just death? Is there just life after death, or is there heaven or hell? Just rabbit hole dropping the imaginary coin and watching it go forever. It just gets so much information. But going back to that water, I ordered, because I've been holding off on ordering the cases. I ordered 4 more cases of it. So I've come to the end of the ones I had, and got 16 more coming, because I didn't order all that I wanted at one time. I held off on it because it's bill time. Bills got to get paid. So made sure I was good on that, and drinking my hydrate water again. That's what I need. But it's getting late. I don't want to drink a lot of water and then have to get up and constantly use the restroom at night. we don't die. Nah, from what I understand, death is just another existence. We move on to something else. If not, just as long as it ain't hell, I don't really care. As long as it ain't stupidity, I'm pretty good with it. Because if it gets worse than this, come on now. Look, I try to believe and have confidence in a benevolent or agreeable creator. Meaning being may have an agreeable and disagreeable side, but don't have a side of, I'm going to punish you for eternity. That's some crazy stuff. You don't have kidneys for steel. You don't have kidneys for steel. I don't know what you mean by that. I mean, I drink a little water, but I got to take my herbs when I get off here. Get my herbs going. Let's look at where I'm at. I'm at 45 minutes, 458 calories burned. So, hey, 15 minutes off of it. Kidneys of steel. Nah, I don't. At least I think I don't. I don't think I'm artificial. And if I'm artificial, man, somebody designed me wrong. That's garbage. But, nah, just counting down the time. Counting down the time. So, got under 14 more minutes to go. It'll be a whole hour. Hopefully it'll be 600 calories. This is what I talked about before. You don't really have to be just trying to get it. Trying to get it. You know, just elevated heart rate. I learned that from Dr. Drew back in the day. Dr. Drew Pinsky, when him and Adam Carolla used to be love line and people used to be calling in, I don't know how to lose weight. He said one of the first key things you got to do, you got to have an elevated heart rate, not extreme, but an elevated heart rate for 30 minutes. And control your caloric intake, your calorie intake. You want to eat more wholesome foods. I saw a video, and I don't want to say the person's name, but I posted one of his videos where he was talking about why Africans never came over here and took their people back during 300 years of slavery. Why they never came over here and stuff. And I saw another video where he commented when Dick Gregory said Dr. Sebi was an agent. And I was like, what? So, of course, I had to watch that video. And I lost faith in the individual when he talked about it. Because first, look, like I'm telling you, remember this for the future. It doesn't matter how big you become. You could become the greatest star. Rock said something today in one of his posts where he's back in Vancouver, Canada. And what was symbolic about that city when he was a young 22-year-old man, that was the city he didn't get drafted to the NFL. But, you know, a lot of them go, no, it wasn't Nature Boy. I've been stopped watching Nature Boy at all because when he calls them false prophets and he's got a little cult, and he talks all that stuff, and then he goes into the Bible. Anybody who's conscious knows better. Know better. Know better. So that's enough said on him. He can do whatever he does. Just, hey, I stay away from it. You know, stay away from it. As long as you don't interfere with me, I don't interfere with you. But that's his preference. And whoever gets sucked into it, that's the experience they want to experience. You know, I've been there, done that. I'm 42, not 43 yet, 42. And I can say I've been somewhat conscious since about 25. At about 25 is when I was introduced to knowledge that helped awaken me. So, hey, I haven't even been conscious half of my life. You know, the interesting thing, I always knew that around 25 something big was going to happen, but I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what was inside of me and had to manifest. So that being said, But going back to this guy, you know, he was basically, you thought he was going to talk about Dick Gregory, but he was a follower of Dick Gregory. And he was basically talking about Sebi, talking about, oh, you know, Sebi ain't even new in this, and he putting this information out, and he's pushing a lot of people away from being vegan. He's talking about how he had been, you know, the guy who's talking, he's been vegan for a long time, and Sebi did more against it. See, that's an individual's opinion who's ego tripping, because everybody's here for a different purpose. You're all one. When you get down to the basic of it on a subatomic level, on the smallest level, we are all the same being. We're just given free will consciousness by a higher being to experience third dimensional reality. That's it. So when I start talking about this person, on this, said, look, the Atkins diet, it works for people. You know, remember Atkins diet, the dude who died on his own diet? Yes, it works. It works. You can eat protein and meats. A bodybuilder show you can do a mass amount of protein as long as you lifting weights, eat, gym, sleep, eat, gym, sleep. You know, I watched the video the other day, and it's true, it works. But there's going to be side effects to these things. What you found in going from eating anything to being a vegetarian. A vegetarian is you don't eat direct meat, you know, but you will still allow yourself to eat byproducts of animals. You know, some will drink the milks of goats. And then you have a more organic, see, there's levels of everything. There's slow, gradual steps, as you want to say, going down or going up the pyramid. Vegetarian would be, they're not eating meat directly. Then you have a more organic vegetarian. And organic only means it was produced that way or raised that way. Organic vegetarian. So if they're eating cheese or stuff like that, it's organic, you know. And remember, some people eat organic meats. This is how they cut back. You know, some beings believe that they have to eat meat, and hey, there might be beings from other planets on this planet who DNA, you know, is subject for them to eat meat. Look, the vast majority of people, probably 80% of the population, no. They don't have to do that, because you were hunter and gatherers. The first thing you had to eat was vegetable based, water to drink. You had to think to do these other things. You had to find and try these other things. It's trial and error. Same thing with what plants and stuff to eat. All these things are in our DNA over, you know, years and years, eons of information that's passed down genetically. So, you know, you have different levels coming down from vegetarian to organic vegetarian, then into a vegan, then an organic vegan, then an alkaline vegan. Alkaline vegan, according to my study, is just right now the top of the food chart. Now we're going to even go even further. Alkaline vegan that intermittently fast is now at a higher level than it's just graduation. You're going to a level, but if you're on the first level, you got to start somewhere, man. I tried years ago to jump straight on in it, to go from eating anything to vegetarian to try to jump into vegan. It lasted until I had a couple battles, you know, a couple setbacks, and then my mind set back. That's why in this journey, which I started in 2014, obviously I started my own personal journey earlier than I did a YouTube channel, but I started a process of slowly reconditioning me. One of the things that I do to recondition me, I'm celibate, going on 2 years. That's a spiritual change. To not eat pork the way I was doing. I'm from Memphis. I eat pork. You know, I was like, man, pork rib, tear some pork ribs up. But no, it's a slow process of changing. You know, that's why I kind of laugh at, you know, I hate to use this word or dislike using this word, Sebi police, or better yet, vegan police is the better word. As you've seen on, what was it? Scott Pilgrim versus the World, vegan police. And they jump on people. You know, I don't remember Sebi jumping on people. Sebi was just passionate about what he had experienced in his life. Healing people who say they had AIDS, different diseases that Western medicine say they can't cure. But Magic Johnson has been around here for 25 plus years with so-called AIDS or HIV and showing those signs in other people. It only seems like the poor people die, you know. Sebi was passionate about it. Poor people don't have to die like that. So that's what I got from Sebi. I don't know what the other person, because, you know, this guy, you know, he's capitalizing on the YouTube channel now. I did look at his numbers and question certain things because it's all in the analytics of the channel. But when people start calling people agents, it is the old whoever smelt it, dealt it, point the finger first. You know, you got to be careful of that. I had a lot of respect for Dick Gregory. I even went to, back in the day in Atlanta, a night with Dick Gregory. He was there. Cynthia McKinley, the representative of Georgia, was sitting in front of me. He gave her honors and props. But when you start pointing people out and saying they're agent and your proof is, well, how did he get the money and stuff like that? I mean, it ain't hard when you're making a product that's actually selling and people are buying. You know, land in Honduras probably ain't that expensive. You know, what he was probably doing with the money that he took over there from what Ty's Country's Kitchen was showing, he's probably making him another house. And I hate to tell you people, the dollar is a universal currency, because this is what happened in third world countries. As I went to Nicaragua and Honduras back in the day, and my guide over there told me, he said, hey man, change your money now because they're going to try to trick you to get your money. And what that meant is I should be using their money over there because my money carries a lot of weight. United States dollar carries a lot of weight. So this is what I mean by it. Somebody says something costs $10, all right? Well, if they don't need that $10 right away, they can take that money and sit on it there. It's like gold in a lot of sense, because our money in other countries fluctuate up and down. Canada was one of the biggest things back in the day because our money was like 20% more valuable than there. So people in other countries would sit on this money. So you have a contractor who's over there saying, hey, I'm going to build you $1 million home. All I want is $50,000. One, labor's cheaper. Materials may be cheaper. If you're not getting steel and certain things, it could be a lot cheaper. So that contractor could literally sit on that $50,000. Now he can go cash it in to his money there, and he might get 2-3 times the value of it. All right, but he can sit on it and hopefully wait for America to go up the food chain. And when he cashes, he might get 10 times the value. Prime example, I was going to Ethiopia in 2000. Also job as a stream engineer. As a stream engineer, and probably spent his money. You know, that was way back in there. I think he made a lot of his money off of herbs. He had a lot of access to stuff. I've heard all kinds of rumors, but going back to Ethiopia, I was supposed to go there for the New Year's because Ethiopian New Year's, or 2000, was in 2007. And the money at that time, if I had brought $1,000, it would have been 10,000 of their dollar. You see what I'm saying? So the governments in a lot of these poor countries, a lot of politicians, officials, they're just like over here. Look, let's just be real. A billionaire could probably murder somebody in the middle of the street and throw a ton of money and flip it all around and most likely get away with it because Money is the medium that rules people's mind. If people worship the dollar, which they do because people like to have new cars and fine things, that's the reality of it. That's the reality of people. There's a thing when people say they sell their soul for money. In a sense, they sell their integrity of their soul. That means they'll do something against the integrity of their beings, basically selling out to a fictitious thing. And money is fictitious. The only universal currency that's been around for the longest time is gold. And diamonds are fictitious because there's way more diamonds that they can throw into the market, and diamonds would be worth nothing. You know, they got a mine over there. They're sitting on 100 trillion tons of it. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. It's people make the value of it. You know, if they say, hey, we're going to go up, that's why it doesn't really go too crazy here, because when the people start complaining, they're going to lose power because people start looking for alternate sources of currency, aka Bitcoins. That's why the federal government or the FBI was sitting on like $150,000 worth of Bitcoins. You know, that's probably worth $10 million. You know, or 150,000 Bitcoins is probably worth $10 million. So these are the things that control people. So most likely he was taking that money. He claimed it, told them he was bringing it. They wanted their portion of it. They may have wanted it all. And they were going to say, hey, either you're going to give us this money or you're going to stay in prison. And Dr. Sebi, stubborn man, said, hey, I'm going to stay here. I'm a survivalist. He probably didn't understand, you know, or put into calculations the total situation, as we do a lot of times. And hey, the condition they had him in, and they're feeding him crap. I mean, the man lived a alkaline diet. That's why they tell us, be careful going over 80%, you know, that you just want to keep your blood over 7. You want to be more alkaline than you are acidic because it allows your body to heal. But if they're slowly poisoning him with just regular food, you know, not to say CIA secret agents and stuff coming in there assassinating the man in his sleep, which that's a whole different spiritual reality. And there is huge consequences to pay on the other side. So, you know, and beings, they're caught up. They're caught up. They're thinking they're serving a higher cause here, and they're serving crap. They're serving the deception here. Like I say, once again, you're on the planet with the fallen. They're here. I'm trying to stay as out their way as possible. But, hey, you know, it's just the reality of it. You know, all your books and teachings say that. Haven't found one that didn't really say that. So, you know, that's just the reality of these things. All right, so I'm going to stop it right here. Woo! Talking, exercising, Dragon Ball went off 20 minutes ago. All right. So don't look at the floor over there because I didn't do laundry like I was supposed to. So look at that. 62 minutes and 47 seconds on level 20. I did 2.17 miles distance, 620 calories. I ain't that out of breath. You know, something's working. You know, I do have points where I go up and down if I eat something. That's why I say maybe it was glandular issues. You know, I don't know if thyroids are up here or in your leg. I always thought thyroids are in your leg or something. But look, I got to admit, for the longest, you know, I would go through periods of time eating grilled cheese sandwiches, pizzas with cheese. You know, like I say, you give up one vice. Hey, I'm no longer eating meat, but I love cheese. All right, I stopped eating cheese, but the potato chips, but they're organic potato chips. Oh, they're honey mustard organic potato chips. Come on. That's just the reality of it. And I have to allow myself to go through that because it's a journey, not a diet. You know, now with serious of health issues, another $6,000 bill, thyroid is in your neck. Oh man, you might be right. Cause it's like right here, it's like, it feels like something was swole under it, you know. But it comes and goes. Like if I eat something weird, or like I drank 2 sea moss drinks within probably about 3 hours of each other. And I don't know, it just always, it seems like lately that irritates me in a certain way. But like I say, I'm still out of shape. I got a long way to go. This is a journey. I'm serious about being vegan. I'm serious about one day going alkaline vegan. I'm serious about intermittent fasting. Hey, I took it serious, man. That is real. Look at that. Even serious about marking up the Chick-fil-A boxes. I got that a long time ago from work, just store stuff in. But, you know, it's just a process. You know, it's a process. This is a journey. It doesn't make me greater than anybody else. I'll never be as much information. I can know all the information in being alkaline. You know, it doesn't make me a guru of anything, even if you know the information. You just got to stay humble. Go alkaline vegan today. Man, come on now. Stop playing. You know, I am alkaline vegan. It's just you eat 80% alkaline, you know what I'm saying, and a vegan. You just got to stick to it. But my life is different from yours. The reason why I'm good for this and selling this is because over the process of all this, people are going to see me slim down tremendously. Like I said, you look at my old videos and how fat and out of shape I was. Man, that picture when I first took that driver's license picture coming from Atlanta back here, I didn't know how freaking fat I was. So, you know, this is what it is. It's a slow process. Some people, maybe you, sir, you know, Marvin, you seem like you've been vegan all your life. You instantaneous. That's what you gravitate towards. Just don't start eating no sweets or you're going to be in trouble. But it's just a process. Yeah, hey, man, I'm ready to see. But the transformation, you know, this ain't Dragon Ball Z. Come on now. Come on now. Autobots, transform. Oh, I got to be careful. My phone activates on that command. Or other phone does. So, you know, get real, you know, it's a process. It's a process. People have to be ready for this, you know what I'm saying? And I'm here so people don't beat themselves up for a year. Hey, congratulations. A year is a long time. That's a very good thing. That's a very good struggle. And you've done it. It's just, you have to keep promoting other people because the community around you, the more vegans we have out there, the more people who care about the planet and stuff, the more McDonald's and stuff changes. I ain't going to say they're going to go away, but they'll start catering to us. You know, they'll start catering to us because our dollars matter. You don't want to power up. Yeah, you don't want me to power up. The planet might go bye-bye. I like this world. It's pretty cool. It's a good change of pace from where I came from. So, no, it's a process. All this is a process. No one's special than the next person. We're all on a journey. And like I say, I was trying to finish up what The Rock said today in his message is he was in Vancouver, Canada, right above Seattle, where he started in the CFL. And they cut him after his first game, 6 days after they cut him. And his dreams of being in the NFL all went down there. Remember, Rock has a national championship with the Miami Hurricanes, or Ray Lewis's team from back in the day. He has a championship from I don't think he played on the same squad with Ray Lewis, but I'm just saying he has a championship from back in the day. So his journey was the NFL, and he said the best thing that happened to him is the thing that didn't happen to him that he wanted the most. Because look, he went to wrestling and he became, can you smell la 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 la? What the block is cooking? You know, and we already know him from that. And now look at him, he's $1 billion. His movies have made over $2 billion combined. You know, the dude's maybe $3-4 billion in the movies he's been in. I mean, he's an international star now, a motivator. He's had his ups and downs in his life. So, look, this is a part of our existence. This is a part of how things go. So, you know, everybody has to go through the journey. My journey is helping and motivating other people. It's just being there and taking a lot of the blows for a lot of people who can't take the blows. I have self-confidence issues. I've never watched Ballers, by the way. Never watched that. You know, So I have to go through stuff myself. You know, I have to motivate myself in the morning to get out of bed. My job ain't the easiest job in the world, but it's beneficial. You know, it's a great career. I'm blessed with the people I work around, the bosses that I work around. And I don't like giving anybody props because the next day they could be doing me who knows wrong, but I'm really happy with them. And it's a very good office staff, excellent company to work with. But that's a journey also, because I don't know when that journey is going to end. And it could end at a drop of a dime, where I could be there 20 years and retire. You know, we don't know, but all this is a journey. And one of the biggest things about the journey is building yourself and strengthening yourself for the journey. You know, and eating unhealthy things, we eat to survive. We eat to give our body the opportunity it needs to be healthy so we can experience the world. But experience now has become what we eat. You know, we're going to these designer restaurants. Oh, sushi chef Abu Zoro is making a new cuisine and he's using live fish. And people, ooh, live fish, you know, and they're into that. Mines would be, you know, pork rib, you know, barbecue. And, you know, I'm from Memphis and I've never been to an international barbecue contest. Every year something I always kind of never went. You know, it's kind of weird. And now pretty much probably never go because there ain't no vegan barbecue. And if it is, it ain't going to taste like flesh. Delicious flesh. So, no, just this is a journey. This is a process. And this is what we're going through. And I thank everybody who stood around and watched me on this journey today. I hope that I showed that, hey, 9 days into Dr. Sebi's cleanse, mucus, I'm probably about, I would say, cleansing, because that chelation, God, I got to take that chelation in a minute. I'm about, I would say, 70%, over 60% feeling cleared out. I do have a little sniffle, a little, but I don't know what that could be. It could just be just fat. But it's a process, and the cleanse continues. Is there a very end to, hey, I'll be here to the very end. All right, man. You know, good. Thank you for watching, man. Hey, you know, if you live as long as I'm going to live, you're a special being. But, you know, that being said, this is just a journey, man. We're all in a journey. We're at this big blue ball. Hope it's a planet and not a special dimension of locking us in a big dome like the flat earth people say. That sucks. I still believe it's like a dome around this planet, but hey, man, look, people down here pretty crazy right now. And having nukes and spaceships don't make it any better for the galactic community, if you know what I mean. Or, hey, maybe we're the first things in existence. I don't know, you know. Look, I got to go through living every day. Tomorrow I'm hoping to wake up and experience a little something more and have a better life and do better than the day before. So just keeping it as simple as possible. I ain't perfect. I'm just a person. You know, experiencing a third dimensional reality as Frederick 24/7, 365. You know, so that being said, hey, it was good being on elliptical once again. I knew I could do it. It's just, man, I be getting off work late a lot of times, you know, 10 and 12-hour day. And that energy level be like, man, just take a shower, just to take a shower. Sometimes I be chancing. I'm just like, okay, did I really touch any sewer stuff today? Am I really that dirty? Or is it all on my clothes? And I was like, man, just lay down, take one in the morning. Then I'm rushing in the morning. So, man, come on. I'm just, you know, like I said, it'd be nice if somebody was paying my bills and paying my telephone bills and my automobile. It would be nice if I had it like that, but I don't. I'm a working person like the majority, like the millions, if not billions, of people that struggle like me all the time. You know, just normal Joe on a planet of billions of people, you know, and will be this person for the foreseeable future. So that being said, we've talked enough. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following me. Sitting up here proving that I could be on the elliptical all this time. So, you know, people say, hey, man, look, something must be wrong. This dude's 340 pounds or 30-something pounds. I got to do the weigh-in, but I'm holding off until Friday because, man, I don't know. It's somehow hold up on stuff. Hey, man, stop using my slogan. I wish everyone peace, health, and wealth. Nah, it's just it's me and my friends say that all the time. It's just peace. You want inner peace because inner peace leads to health, and health is your wealth, as you said. Health is your wealth. You have inner peace leads to health. You want to eat correctly, drink correctly, live a peaceful and healthy life, and a peaceful, healthy life is wealth. It is the truest form of wealth. Everything else is material, material gain. But you have inner wealth first, you got it. So that's where I get peace, health, and wealth. Peace, health, and wealth. Until next time. So I leave you with a smile.